Hey, today I'm going to show you how to install Doom Emacs on Windows. This is Doom Emacs and I have it running on my Windows computer. If I toggle full screen right here, you'll see that it is on Windows. You can see my Windows bar down there. You can see this. Yep. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. It's not that hard, so if you think you're going to have to know programming or anything, don't worry about that. It's pretty simple. I'll make it really easy for you. Just follow the steps and you'll be absolutely fine and have Doom Emacs in no time. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is download Emacs. You can do this by going to the Emacs. You could just Google Emacs, go to GNU Emacs, and the link for this will be in the description. You want to go to Windows, and then you want to go to GNU FTP Mirror. Get the Emacs you want. I'm going to go for the latest version here, 28, and then I'm going to go ahead and click the installer.exe, not the installer.sig. We want the one that just says exe, and click on that. Save it to your downloads, then wait for that to load. Okay, so once it's done, then you just want to open it up. And click yes. Next, I agree, and then find where you want to store it. I'm just going to leave it in the program files. Remember, you gotta remember where you store it because it is important later. And then click install. Now it's going to install that real quick. It's going to take a little bit. Go ahead, X this out. Okay. And now it's asking if you want to make a shortcut, and yeah, I'm gonna accept and click close. Now I made a shortcut. That basically means I can launch Emacs from the run menu here. Okay. After that, there's 3 more things that you'll need. They'll all be linked in the description. So what you want to get is Git. I'm going to go ahead and get the 64-bit Windows set up, save that to my downloads. And you also want to get a rip grip. This will be in the description as well. You want to make sure when you go down to this, you want to make sure you get the Windows GNU version, Windows GNU.zip. Click that and it'll go into this corner, and then you want to do the same with FD. Make sure you get the Windows-GNU.zip. Click that and wait for it all to be downloaded. X this out. Okay. Now alright, here you can see I have my downloads folder. I've got the Git, repgrip, and FD and Emacs, which we already installed, so we could go ahead and get rid of that installer. Now that's gone. It's just these three things. Alright, first thing we're gonna do here is set up Git. So we're just gonna click the git.exe. You could have also opened it from your browser, but I just did it like this because it's easier. Click yes. Only show new options. Yeah, click install and you should install. I'm not going to view release notes because I don't want it to open up a tab. Click finish. Now Git has been installed. As you can see, Git is right there. So we're going to need that command later, but we could get rid of this Git exe. Now we want to deal with these two right here. You're going to want to extract these. So I'll click on this rip grip first, extract all, click extract, and it should make a folder there. Same with FD. Extract all, extract, and now FD's there. We can get rid of the zipped files. Delete. now we just have these, but these are not actually the files because you see there's a file inside them that we want. So we're gonna get a rip grip. We're gonna open a new window, get the rip grip in here, and FN F2 rename it. Rename this to just rip grip to make things a lot simpler. Rip grip, and then we're gonna move it out here. So we got our rip grip and then our original folder it was in previously. We're gonna do the same to FD. We're gonna go here, open a new window, go right here to, and then now just rename this to FD, enter that, and move this here. Now we can X this out and get rid of our original files because they're just empty files and we don't need them anymore. We need these. Make sure that this stuff is in here and you did not accidentally delete the wrong file. Once that is done, what we're going to want to do is go to our local disk C, because this is where I'm going to store them. You can store them in a different location if you want to. So I'm going to open my local disk C in a new tab. So you can see here I'm in my local disk C. I'm going to go to program files. This is actually where Emacs also is. If you remember, that's where we stored it. Emacs is right there. We're going to take rip grip and FD. We're just going to move them to program files and continue and continue. Both of them have been moved into program files successfully. All right. You want to keep the program files window open because it's very important. So we'll just put this to the side. Now what we want to do is change our environment variables. So to do that, we can click here and just type in env to click edit the environment variables, and this will pop up. Now if this doesn't pop up for you, what you can do is go to the control panel, go to user accounts, change my environment variables, and this will pop up for you. So we'll just use this way. But instead of using the control panel, just to show you that the same thing will pop up even if you type env and click environment variables, this same thing shows up. So we're going to use this. The first thing we want to do is add a home directory. So we can do new, variable name will be home in all caps, and then it will be C / users / and then the name of username. Mine is Sing. You can check this by opening your window browser and going to this PC, actually going to local disk C and going down to users and seeing which users you have. As you can see, mine's Sing, so I'm going to use the Sing as my home directory. Now I'm going to go back to program files because we're going to need that just now. Now we're going to go down to our path and click edit. In our path, we need to add 3 things. The first thing we're going to do is add a path to our Emacs bin, which is right here. So we'll look for Emacs, go to your Emacs, go to inside your folder, look for bin, click on bin, and take the path from here. So now we go here, new, control copy, we copied it, and now we're going to paste it. Done. That's our Emacs path to our bin, so it can be launched. Next, we're going to want to do the same to rgrep, but not to bin, just rgrep. So go back to our program files, we could find rgrep, we put it in here, rgrep, open this up, take this, click new, and paste it in there. Next, we just want to do the same thing to FD. So find FD, open it up, take the path, click on new, and paste it in there. Click OK. Make sure you click OK, because if you don't click OK, it's not going to save and you're going to have to repeat this process again. if the whole Emacs thing doesn't work, make sure you got your environmental things correct. All right. Now after that, you can't X this out. Make sure you do not X this out because it also won't save. You want to click OK, just in case. Let's go back and see that our home saved, see that our paths, they were all saved as well. That's great. Now we can X this out because we're not going to change any more environment variables, at least not now. Now we're just going to download a Doom Emacs. To do that, we need to open up a git bash, which is what we installed earlier. Make sure you type in git bash and then just click this. And it'll log in to our what's it called? To our root. But just to make sure we're on our root and we don't download this somewhere else, we're going to cd and we're going to do the curly dash and click that. Click enter. Now once we click enter, we're still in our thing. Now we just need to git clone Doom Emacs, which will be in the description below. The command for that, so we could just, to paste this, we could just left click because Control V won't actually work, so you could actually just right click and click paste. And that didn't work because I clicked Control V, so let me try that again. Paste. Alright, there we go. And it worked, so we'll click enter and it should clone it into emacs.d. Let this run. It's going to take a little while, so just let it run. Okay. After it has been cloned, we just need a cd into emacs.d. So we'll do cd. Well, let me do this so you guys can see better. cd curly brace dash emacs, no, dot emacs.d. You can click tab to autocomplete. That's how it just auto-completed because I clicked tab. Once you type in a little bit, you can tab to finish it, and then slash bin and run. Now we're gonna cd to here, so we're gonna click here, and now we're in the master. We're in the thing that we just cloned from GitHub. Now what we're gonna want to do is just run .doom install. So we can just do ./doom space install. And now this is going to take a while. It's going to say generate env file and click yes and enter. Now this is going to take a little bit of time, so maybe drink some water, do something else. This really takes, like on Windows, this takes a lot of time. On on Linux, it's pretty fast, but here this takes a long time. Took 13 minutes and it's done. Now there's two more things we need to do real fast, and that's the first thing is we're gonna make sure that it's installed correctly, and we can do that by staying in this file. Make sure you don't close this and do /doom ./doom sync. And basically what this does, this is faster than the other one. It just makes sure everything is synchronized, everything's good, everything's updated. It's going to reload everything pretty fast. So yeah, installed 6 packages, and now that's done. We can exit the bash. We don't need that anymore. There's one more environment variable that we have to add, so we'll open this up and I'll go to sync, but that's if you don't have that pinned, it would be in local disk C users and then your username, the one you used for your home directory. You want to get in that because that's where we have the .emacs thing. So I'm going to go open up the environment variables, and now we need to add one more environment variable to our path. So let's go to path, edit, and wait, let's make sure I gotta move this. So we need to go to emacs.d, and then we need to go to bin, and we just need to copy this. I'm gonna copy this one, go back to path, edit, new, and add this in there. Okay. And then make sure I clicked OK by clicking edit. It's there. .emacs weapon. Alright, correct. And then click OK. Make sure not to click X. Click OK. X everything out. And now, if everything worked correctly, I think if we type in Emacs, we will have Doom Emacs. That's a great. There we go. Doom Emacs perfectly loaded. It's great. That worked. Now, since this is the second time I've installed this, it saved some of my settings. So that's why I have all the icons already, but you probably don't have all the icons. You have Emacs right now, but there's an extra step to add all the icons, and I can quickly show you how to do that if you would like, or you could just click off this video. But if you want to see how to add all the icons, what you need to do is click Alt X. You need to go to package, install, and then you want to tab this, install, click enter, wait for that to load up. The first time it takes a long time to load up, so yeah, package refresh done. Alright, now load it up, and now what you want to do is all the icons, and you want to click on all the icons. So you'd click enter on all the icons and it would install it. Once that is done, you need to click Alt X again. If you're using Windows, it's Alt X, but it's MX, whatever your MX key is. For me, it's Alt X. I don't know if it changes for other keyboards, but I just thought I'd mention that real quick. Now what you want to do is all the icons, install fonts. It's this one right here, install fonts, and then it's going to ask you for a directory to put it in. So when you click that, it says, do you want to install the fonts? I would say yes, and then and ask for a font directory. Here I just put in .fonts because that's where I want to keep the fonts for now, because we're gonna have to install them and then we could delete them after. So just click .fonts and then it'll install them for you. Now it's downloaded all the fonts. Now we can exit out of Emacs, right, and go back to our thing and go back to our home folder, the user folder, go to fonts. You want to install all these fonts, so you would click on one font, click install. Yes, I have to install it a second time because I have already installed this before, but if you haven't installed this before, it won't show that it's installing a second time. But I'm just going to go ahead and install all of these a second time just to show you that it works. Install. There's not that many, so there's probably a faster way of doing this, but this is just the way that I know works. So yes, installing font. Install font, yes. Okay, and now when we restart our Emacs, the fonts should be there. All the fonts should be on your Emacs, and it should look a lot like mine's now. And if it doesn't, just click Alt X. Whoops. Yeah, click Alt X, and then just do Doom/reload. And that's just essentially the same as doing Doom sync, but you don't have to get out of your Doom buffer. You don't have to get out of your Doom window. That was it. That's essentially it. Let me know if you guys want a tutorial on the key presses and stuff in this, or how to configure it for Windows, because there is some stuff that doesn't really quite work. I don't know why. At least for me, it's the V-term. V-term doesn't really work for me. But before I end this video, I just want to shout out this person right here, his name is, just want to shout out Irving. That is a tutorial I used to get it and make this a video. It's a pretty good tutorial. It works fabulously. You didn't need scoop or chocolatey. He did an amazing job making this tutorial, so this will be linked in the description as well as all the other resources. Have a good day and enjoy. If you have any questions, ask in the comment. I don't know if I'll know the answer to all of them, but someone else might. So if you do know the answer, please answer people's questions. Bye. Have a good day.